Is this your first time trying to change out the props on your DJI Mini 3 Pro, or are you trying to figure out when you should do so? In today's video, I'm going to go over how to replace those props on the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and also go over the different timetables on when you should actually replace these props from use if they have not taken damage over time. We'll be discussing an essential maintenance task for every drone pilot, which is changing the propellers on your DJI Mini 3 Pro. Propeller maintenance is crucial for safe and efficient flights, so let's dive in. Before each flight, it's important to inspect your Mini 3 Pro propellers for any signs of damage or wear. Check for cracks, wear, warp, corrosion, or loose screws. If you notice any of these conditions, it's time to replace the propellers. DJI does provide detailed instructions in the user manual on how to replace the propellers. Follow along with these instructions and we'll ensure you have a successful replacement. So let's get started. To change the propellers, you'll need the included screwdriver. Begin by removing the two blades and screws from the motor. Take your time and be gentle while doing this to avoid any accidental damage. Now, take the new propellers and screws and align them with the motors. It's important to note that DJI has marked the propellers and motors for easy identification. Attach the marked propellers to the marked motors and the unmarked propellers to the unmarked motors. Once you've aligned the propellers with the motors, carefully insert the screws and tighten them using the screwdriver. Make sure they are securely fastened, but be cautious not to over-tighten them. And there you have it. You've successfully changed the propellers on your DJI Mini 3 Pro. Remember, it is crucial to ensure that the propellers and motors are installed securely before each flight. If you have trouble removing your props and it seems that for whatever reason they're just too tight, I go over in my latest podcast episode how to remove those props. It does take a little bit extra work, but it is absolutely possible. It will take some extra tools, and I'll put a link in the description below and a card above. Let's take a moment to discuss lifespan of drone propellers. On average, propellers can last around 300 flight hours before they become fragile and start to negatively affect flight performance. However, this can vary depending on your specific drone model. Also, if you have the DJI Mini 3 Pro, make sure you buy DJI Mini 3 Pro propellers. There's a mistake that's been going around where people try to buy DJI Mini 3 propellers and vice versa, and they are not the exact same propellers. Amazon actually made this mistake, sending me out DJI Mini 3 propellers from Master Airscrew, and then I had to get a refund and have them send me the correct ones. And you can actually tell on the packaging, especially if you get them from Master Airscrew, this shows a DJI Mini 3 Pro. It says DJI Mini 3 Pro. I ordered DJI Mini 3 Pro on Amazon, but when I got the propellers in, it clearly said DJI Mini 3 with the shot of the DJI Mini 3. Although they're similar, again, they're not exactly the same, so make sure you get the right propellers. And also, whether you get Master Airscrew or you get the stock DJI propellers, to me, it doesn't really matter. I just got these because I typically always buy them when they come out after having to replace my propellers a few times. When I buy these drones, I typically buy them new, so the Master Airscrew propellers aren't out yet. So I'll buy the stock propellers for my first few replacements. But I always like to give them a try because they say that they give you a little bit more flight time and that they're a bit quieter. I don't really think they make a huge difference in the end, but I do like how they have different colors. I like how these are solid black. So I'm going to give them a try for the next round of propellers on this DJI Mini 3 Pro. Also, one tip, you have to use the same propellers from the same company. So if you're going to buy Master Airscrew propellers, you're going to have to use them on all four engines. You can't mix and match. You're going to have a recipe for disaster. And even if you get aftermarket propellers that look like the DJI propellers, you want to use those aftermarket propellers on all motors. So stick with the same brand for every motor that you have. Don't mix and match. Also, I just want to note on higher end drones, Inspire 3 or even higher octocopters, a lot of those pilots replace their propellers every 25 hours. Now, on these drones, you don't have to worry about it. These small, efficient drones, like I said, I've gotten way more than the rated hours. They say that they're rated up to about 300 hours. DJI recommends less. I actually have put around 105 hours on these propellers right here, and I've had no issues. They have no cracks. The only reason I'm replacing them is they're starting to get older, and I just want to do it out of safety reasons. While DJI support suggests replacing your propellers once every 200 flights or 3 months, that's more of a generic estimate. So it's important to assess the actual flight hours and the condition of your propellers to make an informed decision. So that's going to wrap up this video on how to change the propellers on your DJI 3 Mini Pro, and also when you need to actually change these propellers if you're looking for signs that it may be time. So if you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments below, and if you got knowledge and value out of today's video, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell to keep up to date with the latest videos from the channel. Until next time, my name's Geoff Fagien. I want to thank you for joining me as always, and I will see you in the next video.